welcome to our first edition of Huddle Up with McCabe's Pub and Lounge. I am Tanner Struckman from Husker Radio. Glad to be with you. We are joined by Corey Anderson, our news director and voice of the Game of the Week. How you doing, Corey?
I'm doing great, Tanner.
It is game day in Nebraska. We've got Husker football tonight. We've got high school football starting off tonight around the state as well. And everybody kicks off tomorrow. And weekly segment here with McCabe's Pub and Lounge downtown. They are hop, skip, and a jump away from us. Literally, we carried our equipment down here. That's how nice it is. We've got Nash here with us from McCabe's. How are you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for being with us here on our first edition of Huddle Up with McCabe's. Are you pumped for football?
Yeah, we're pumped for football. We're ready to go in here. We've been working hard for sure.
It's game day, and McCabe's, okay, we're going to get into a lot. We're going to have some picks at the end. We'll have a little fun. Maybe end of season, we'll see who's the best or the worst, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. We got 4 games we're going to pick on in the college football slate. We're going to talk some high school sports here in just a little bit. Corey's got a game tomorrow. I've got a game tomorrow. We're going to talk the Bulldogs and a lot of college football as well. But let's talk McCabe's first because we're in, what is this room called?
We're calling it the Hype Zone.
Yeah.
It's the kind of the back area of the of the establishment. It's kind of a loungy sort of area, and then we put up TVs and every line of sight that you can think of, trying to cover every single person in here.
You got like 7 in here, and they're giant ones in this
Right.
room. So plenty of room. This is kind of that back room that you might be familiar with here at McCabe's. And, of course, there's the bar that Gracie's showing here. So this is a giant building, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
you got 2 different rooms, and they're both huge.
Yeah. It's a lot to handle sometimes, that's for sure. But yeah, we're excited, man. We've been trying to get this place ready for game day for sure. Waiting for that Thursday to come around.
Let's go, and it's here. Cincinnati tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time, kickoff for the Big Red as they take on Cincinnati and Arrowhead. I know you're a big Bearcat guy, so.
Yeah, huge Bearcat guy. Just can't wait.
Well, they got Travis Kelce on their side, and he's newly engaged to Taylor Swift, so.
Well, there might be some luck in there, but I don't know. I think the Huskers are going to come out on top.
Well, we'll see. We'll get his pick in a little bit. So if you're looking for a place to go for the game, plenty of room in the Husker Hype Zone. You're going to have some bucket specials and some food specials. So.
Yes, sir. We'll have some bucket specials, food specials, and we're going to be well taken care of. Come down and watch the game. We'd really appreciate it.
And you guys are open late normally. This game's going to go late. I mean, we're talking 11:30.
We're open till 1 p.m. Or that'd be a.m. 1 a.m. every night. So not 1 p.m.
There you go. They're not closed for the game. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
And they had the volleyball games on this last week. Those were great games for the Big Red. They're going to be again on Friday night. And I know I think you're planning on playing some of those high school games in our area on your TVs as well.
Yes. We plan on trying to cover anything you can walk in here and ask us for. I know we do have St. Pat's and North Platte High.
Yeah.
If you're kind of a little further out of the area, if your school happens to stream, I'm sure we can get it up there for you. So we'd love to accommodate you.
There's probably like 50 TVs. I don't know how many you have, but there's a lot.
Yeah. You can't. I don't think we could be. We can't do any more.
Yeah.
This is best it gets.
Husker Hype Zone. That's where we're in. We're at McCabe's Pub Lounge. We're going to let you go for now, but we'll bring you back in a few to get some picks, all right?
I appreciate it, guys.
That's Nash with McCabe's. He's got he's going to go do some research here. So let's get into it, Corey. Are you ready for football season?
Oh, gosh. I've been ready for at least 2-3 weeks for sure.
2-3, that's it. Oh, man, I've been ready for about 9 months since
Bring it on as soon as summer gets here, but especially when the calendar turns to August, I'm ready.
He's a big baseball guy, so this is probably like the mecca for you. You've got Major League Baseball getting into the back half of the season and
Definitely.
getting close to postseason here, and
It
college
is.
football starts.
I love it, yeah.
Life is as good as it gets right now. Well, let's talk. We've got Nebraska-Cincinnati. We're going to lead off here with a big one, obviously. Tonight, 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock pregame. We'll have it on KODY. Huskers also on KX104, 7:15 with Matt Rule pregame. I believe the game is on, I don't even know what channel it's on. I should probably know that, but I don't know what channel it's on. Doesn't matter. We got radio. And you know what? You don't need to know because you can come to the Husker Hype Zone. They know what channel it's on.
It's ESPN.
There you go. It is ESPN. I did know that.
Yep.
There's actually a lot of games tonight on the college football slate. This is by far and away, though, the biggest game of the day is Nebraska and, of course, Cincinnati. Bearcats, Nebraska, 6.5-point favorites. To me, I thought that was lower than I thought it would be, but probably understandably considering the history of the last 15, 20 years for Nebraska football, especially in opening games. Not had the best record.
That's for sure. I mean, we've played some August games. We've done well when we played in August, but this is kind of new for recent history, except for rules opener 2 years ago. You might remember that became a dud against Minnesota. We were crying in our beer that night.
We definitely were.
Yeah.
Nebraska, Cincinnati, 8 o'clock. Obviously, year 2 for Dylan Raiola, year 3 for Matt Rule. It's been talked about for weeks and weeks and months that year 3 is his year to turn it around. He did it at Temple and Baylor. He didn't do it at Carolina, but that's NFL. We're kind of everybody just throws that one aside. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. NFL is a different ball game, but this is kind of, you feel like we won a bowl game. Nebraska got to a bowl game number 1, won it. Do you turn the corner? Is this another corner turned? And this game feels like it so much rides on it for game 1.
Well, I think it's going to be either a great table setter for a good season, an 8+ win season for the Huskers, or if they lay an egg and started bad, then we're probably fighting all year to get to bowl eligibility. That's the way I'm looking at it.
And that seems like the way, because then you're looking at probably your next 2 games as fairly winnable games, pretty winnable. But then Michigan, and if you can't beat Cincinnati in what is really a home game, let's be honest, it's an Arrowhead. That's got to be 90% Big Red, except for the Taylor Swifties who are now Cincinnati Bearcat fans, which, to be fair, that's a big crowd. It's a home game for Nebraska. This really, a double-digit win, 2-touchdown win would be great. But again, if you don't win this one, then it looks like Minnesota, Iowa, Michigan State, a lot of those games that are just kind of like, now you're going, I don't know if we're going to get all those. And so I just feel like it's it seems silly to say, but it feels like it's the game that sets the season.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with you, Tanner, and I think they need to get off to a good start in the game. I think they need to impress some national people around the country. You need to go 3-0 in the preseason. There's just no way around it. And get the confidence up. Maybe get some younger guys in there, some experience. I'm just all eager to see how it fits together. We got some transfers that are showing out good, some newer guys that are going to be getting more playing time, and a lot of questions I think are going to be answered tonight.
Find out about 11:30. It'll be over. You can finish the game here, and then you can still party on till 1 a.m. at the Husker Hype Zone at McCabe's. So Nebraska, Cincinnati, we'll give her a pick on that in just a minute. Got a few college football games we're going to talk about, but first, let's go to high school because it is the opening night of high school football. This is night number 1. There's not a ton in our area. There's probably 20 to 25 games across the state of Nebraska that are tonight. Paxton being one of them. So shout out to the Paxton Tigers just down the road. They're playing tonight. I thought I had it on my schedule on who they played.
Hay Springs.
There you go.
Yep.
You know that. So you're going to be covering Paxton later on this year.
Yep.
Game of the week on KX 104. A game that just kind of is in outskirt area. Perkins County, Dundee County, Stratton. A pretty good game, I think. Dundee County is one of the high seeds in Class D1, and I think they'll be one of the best teams. They could be in Lincoln. They have that good. They have probably the best player in Class D1, so that'll be one to watch, and that's a big D1 game. South Loop, they're just off the other way. They're going to be playing tonight as well. Those are your Thursday games kind of in our area, but we get into Friday. We talk, obviously, we're going to start with our area, our local areas, and we got the Bulldogs of North Platte kicking it off immediately. They are going to be at home against their rival. How about starting the season off against your rival? Kearney Bearcats coming to town, trying to avenge the loss last year. Kearney had a great year last year. Bulldogs were 4-5 though, and right on the edge when you go 4-5, 5-4, you're close to making the playoffs. And one more win, I don't know where they were power points wise, but they probably weren't far off. So these are the games that if you can swing one of them or two of them, you're in the playoffs. And Bulldogs are going to try to get off to a hot start there. Get the rival Kearney to kick off the season. I'm sure they love that right away.
Great boost for them to knock off what has been one of the top programs in the state for many years.
Yeah, see what the Bulldogs can do. They get Kearney again tonight at home. St. Pat's, I'll have coverage of that. We're home for Irish football again, KODY on the AM side, HuskerRadio.com for live video. They're heading west, Bridgeport. It's going to be about a 2.5-hour trip for me to Bridgeport tomorrow. That's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in Bridgeport. Irish returning a lot back, lost a couple big ones. Bridgeport returns almost everybody to a playoff team. They've only won 2 playoff games in their history of their school. They've been in the last 2 years, or in the last 5 years, I think I should say, but one last year. So they're riding high. That's going to be a great game. You can watch it, HuskerRadio.com. maybe at McCabe's. I'm just saying. I bet they'll put it on for you. So that's a big one, and I think that's probably the second toughest game for the Irish in the regular season all year long. This is the Huddle Up presented by McCabe's here from McCabe's Pub and Lounge. We are here, Tanner Struckman, Corey Anderson. You got a game of the week tomorrow night. You are going to be doing a game of the week every Friday night on KX104, and we started off with a couple really close teams that know each other pretty well.
Sutherland and Maxwell, and this still sticks in the craw of the Sailor players. I could sense that when I was over there talking to them last week, and Maxwell took it to them big time, put a 90 on the scoreboard. You can't tell me that those Sutherland players that are coming back, and many of them do return this year for Coach Mortimer, they are going to be jacked to extract some revenge, I think, when they take the field tomorrow night.
That'll be tomorrow night in Sutherland. We've got it on KX104. And teams that, are probably not far off of the playoff run, depending on how it shakes out. This is a game that could push one of those into the playoffs by the end of the season. So that game on KX104, your pregame starts at what time?
6:35, 7 o'clock kickoff.
Fantastic. It's going to be a gorgeous night, by the way, for night one.
It's going to be lovely. I wish we could just hold the pattern all throughout the whole football season. We know that won't last.
We're not going to do that? That's not going to happen?
We're going to do our best.
We're going to do our best. A couple other area teams we'll mention. Hershey at home against Gibbon. They're in the C2 ranks, so best of luck to the Panthers to try to kick off their season.
They're on the upswing, Tanner. I talked to Coach Steer yesterday, and they've got a ton of returners, and they're looking to really take a big step up this year.
Fantastic. Looking forward to seeing them. Wallace back in action. They're at home against Arthur County here this week. One of the better teams in the 6-man ranks in our area. Brady, they are 8-man, and they're playing Hitchcock County tonight on the road. That's a really tough game. Hitchcock County, I think, is going to be a solid team in Class D2. Yes. And another C1 game to just kind of keep your eye on, Gothenburg, Ogallala. It's always that's a fun. Well, C1 games are pretty fun to watch, especially when you got two teams right here.
It's always a war between those two, and you go in thinking some team has the edge, and usually the other team wins. So we'll see how it goes. Ogallala's got a new coach this year. So.
It's true, yeah, a lot of new things around, and this is always a fun time of the year. High school football going to get started tonight, and shout out to the volleyball and the cross country teams, and I already had girls golf and softball. They've been underway for about a week now, but we're focusing on football here today. Football, everybody in action by tomorrow. Let's bring back Nash in. He's going to come back in here from McCabe's Pub and Lounge. Again, we're down here downtown, McCabe's. The official address, Nash, I'm putting you on the spot. You got that in your head?
Ooh. I believe it's 402 North Dewey.
It's right on the corner.
Sure.
It's actually ironic. If we could take the camera with you, we could walk to where the studio used to be that I used to be in, actually. It's now that corner over by the window. But, yes, McCabe's Pub here and Lounge. And ready for college football.
I'm ready, dude.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready. I think we're all ready. By the way, do want to mention there's 4 Big Ten teams playing tonight. Not just Nebraska or Rutgers. I think at 4:30 or 5:30. I think it's actually, I think it's 5:30. And then you have, I know Illinois plays tonight. Top 15 Illinois. I'm not sold on that yet.
No.
But, they've got a cupcake tonight. They play Friday, excuse me. I'll take that back. But I know Michigan State plays Friday as well. And another one Friday to watch out for if you're kind of flipping around. Maybe you're at McCabe's and Georgia Tech, Colorado. We all want to root against Colorado, or do we? Were we in agreement there?
Yeah, we're in agreement. At least me. I don't know where you're at.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
They finally got a new quarterback, so we'll see how non-Sanders quarterback does for Dion. That'll be that's a tough test to start out. But let's do some picks. We're gonna have a little fun here with this. We've got some picks here. There are monster games this weekend. I don't know if you guys know the slate, but holy cow, college football is coming out with a bang, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. You've got just the big game on Saturday, at least to start, because I don't know if it's probably the best game by rankings, is Texas, Ohio State. This is in Columbus. Ohio State 1.5-point favorites there at home against the top-ranked Longhorns. Who do you got, Nash?
I've been going back and forth, and I got to take the Longhorns on this one. Just, I don't know.
Does that feel good to do that?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel good to me.
That
but,
almost like,
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm a Manning guy. I've always liked the Manning brothers, and I think that quarterback they got over there is going to put on a show.
All right.
Pretty sure.
Texas, Ohio State. Corey, who do you got?
I've been like him. I've been going back and forth as well, but I'll take the Buckeyes. They're especially hard to beat in Ohio. There's only a few teams that have done that. in the past 15 years, I guess, since Urban Meyer was there and started their run. So got to go with the Buckeyes. I think they got the best player in the country in their receiver.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
I'm going Buckeyes as well. I think at home, it's a toss-up to me. And at home, I think they get the edge at home. But that one, much like all of these, could probably go either way. Second game is LSU at Clemson. Boy, at Clemson, you know that place is going to be insane. And the beauty is we space these games out pretty well. LSU at Clemson. Right now, Clemson 3.5-point favorites. LSU, like people are saying, Brian Kelly's on the hot seat already. I'm like, man, it is further back than I think when he won a title with Joe Burrow, but was that with Brian Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had a brain fart there. But gosh, on the hot seat already? Is this the game that, gets him back off the hot seat in Clemson?
I think LSU is going to walk in there and win that one again. I'm going to go with the away team, and I think they're going to take that one.
LSU.
I think they need it. They have to.
2 on the road already to start.
Yeah.
Is there a theme here for Nash, ladies and gentlemen?
Bucking the trend.
No, I don't know. I'm going with my gut on both of those. It's too early in the season to have any kind of inclination of any
That's fair.
sort.
That's fair.
It's hard. I'm just kind of going with my gut.
What do you got, Corey?
I can't go against Clemson at home. Everybody's going to be jacked there. That's also a tough place to come away with a win. So I think it'll be a very good game down to the wire. But I think I'll give the edge to Dabo and crew.
I'm going LSU. I think Clemson is on the tail end. I don't know why of that run. I feel like they have been. They're certainly not been quite as successful as they used to be. But I think LSU gets it done for Brian Kelly. Nightcap, if you will. It's not nightcap, but it's at the same time. Notre Dame, Miami. How about that? That's a rivalry of days old. Catholics versus convicts, if you will. It was the tagline years ago. I'm not saying that's what it is now, but it's what it used to be. Notre Dame, 2.5-point favorites on the road in Miami.
I think that's pretty tight. I think Notre Dame's got this one in the bag. I think this is a done deal for them. I think all the way.
Corey?
I'm going to go with Nash on this one. I think the Irish are going to go in there and lay down the law there. I think they got better players all the way around than Miami.
It's a sweep then. Notre Dame, the gold helmets, those are sharp. Those are hard to beat. If I'm not a Husker, it's not a Husker helmet. That gold helmet is pretty good looking here. So I thought maybe that game was on already. No, they got a replay here of Georgia Tech Miami from last year. Pretty similar helmets though. Mm-hmm. Those are your picks. And now we can't exclude the biggest one. Nebraska, Cincinnati. We got 6.5-point favorites for Nebraska in Arrowhead against the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Kelsey Swifties. What do you got, Nash, on the Huskers there?
I think I'm a Husker fan, man. The spread's too tight. I think we're going to go in there. We're winning by double digits for sure.
No Big Red bias at all.
No, I wouldn't say that. Say that.
Okay, go ahead, Gordon.
No, I think the Huskers will pretty easily cover the spread. The only caveat would be turnovers. They got to be plus in turnovers, and I think that's the key to a good season for them this year, to be plus in every game.
Usually plays out that way. I'm going Nebraska as well. I think 6.5 points low. I think that's just set because of history, and people are squeamish to say we've made that turn. But I think Nebraska, I'm not sure they make the full turn right just after this game, but I think this game will show that Nebraska's turning the tide a little bit. Nebraska gets it done over Cincinnati and certainly even covers that spread. All right, that's going to wrap up our first edition of Huddle Up with McCabe's. Nash, we appreciate you joining us here. Corey, you as well. Enjoy your game. Enjoy your Big Red and everything this weekend. By the way, NFL starts next week, so life gets really, really good soon. I mean, it's just a full slate. Our wives won't even know who we are for the next 3 months. Come into the Husker Hype Zone, watch a game, get a bucket of beer, and enjoy McCabe's Pub and Lounge. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Have a great first weekend of college football and high school football, all right?
Thanks, Tanner.
Thank you.